Welcome to our run through of the Close Planner tool within the RSVP selling methodology for Sugar CRM. So what the Close Planner is, it forms one of the set of tools within the methodology that allows us to identify or create a project plan or a close plan effectively for a particular deal. We've all been in that situation where the customer may want to go live with a new system in, let's say, at the end of December. We know the implementation is going to take, let's say 3 months, but there's a whole range of steps within the buying process that need to be completed in order for that to happen. So, for example, typical delays in the buying process are things like legal reviews, for contracts being signed, purchase orders being generated. Often there's a whole process. You may need to get registered with the procurement office in order to move forward with that. It may take 30 days for them to pay their first invoice, and you may not engage until that first deposit has been received. Whole range of things that need to be catered for when defining the timeline for a particular project. But what that often means is that the customer will drag their feet on a decision while unknowingly affecting the ability for you to deliver according to their defined timelines. So what we've actually got here is within the opportunity, within the methodology, we have our close planner there, and what that allows us to do is to define basically a full Gantt chart of all of the things that need to happen as part of delivering a project. Okay, this can be a set of it can include everything right through to delivery, and we recommend that it does because obviously that's a very customer-focused approach. Helps the customer understand the timeline for the delivery of the project, but also the buying process. So what this allows us to do, we can define as many different sets of tasks. We can define who's responsible for those tasks. Is it a milestone? Is it a project? Is it a task? We might call this so implementation. Okay, and within implementation we've got a whole range of subtasks there. So scoping. Okay, that might take 5 days, okay, and so on. And what we can actually do is we can define dependencies between the different aspects. Okay, what that does is that creates a timeline of our project. But then let's say that a customer identifies that they want to go live, let's say at the end of December. Okay. Or let's say 15th of December, because coming up to Christmas. And what that allows us to do is that allows us to backdate that timeline based on the customer's identified key dates. So what we're then able to do is to get a full understanding of when are the real impacts, the real actions that need to occur in order to meet a particular deadline. Not only that, we can also print that off, so we can print off a deal summary, okay, whether that's just the close planner, so let's say it's something we want to share with the customer, or if we're doing a full deal review, we can print the entire thing, and we can email that off to the customer or simply print it from there, okay. So that just takes a few seconds to render, okay. Right, and then we see the summary there. Okay, so so we can then obviously share that with the customer, and what that allows us to communicate in a very favourable way is here are all of the things that need to happen with your project. And these are the key actions that you as a customer need to do, i.e. providing a purchase order, signing the contract, having legal sort out the agreements, and so on. Okay, thanks very much for your time. That's the overview of our close planning tool for RSVP.